I'm a lifelong fly fisherman, and I've always cared about the environment. I've always cared about fish in particular and streams. In 2001, I retired from my high-tech job. I got together with some people from the Sierra Club and decided to start the Watershed Council. I didn't know back then just how many steelhead were still here. I had heard a variety of different numbers, you know, as low as 10 adults coming up a year.
Between the bay and the Santa Cruz Mountains, the only real rich, biodiverse habitat left in Santa Clara Valley are along our creeks. They were used and abused for decades, and although some of the changes can't be reversed, there is still a lot that we can do to improve the situation.
There are many opportunities for helping the fish here. We have a wonderful program we call the Streamkeeper program, where we engage citizens who just like to visit the stream, and they adopt a small portion of the stream.
Well, at first I said, oh, I'm too busy. But then the sort of the built-in excuse to go walk along the creek and do a lot of birding, that was attractive to me. I walk along the creek once per month, and I keep an eye on the creek itself and its flow and its clarity and any changes in the creek. But also I keep a little notebook here and I jot down what's blooming, what's in seed. I also keep a bird list and any other wildlife that I happen to see while I'm here. I take a lot of pictures. I take anything that looks different or new or strange, but I also try to take some of the same pictures each time so that you can, over the years, you could perhaps notice some trends or some changes.
The Watershed Council began to monitor the stream in 2003. We got a small grant and we bought some equipment. We trained a bunch of volunteers and we started monitoring the stream, and we've been monitoring it every month since that time.
We have a macroinvertebrate study going on, studying the small little microscopic critters in the creek. And we're also doing water testing to see how healthy the creek habitat is that way as well.
We have been mapping invasive plants in the watershed. We have a fairly comprehensive database using GIS technology of where the weeds are, and volunteers did all that work for us.
There's a lot of Cape ivy. There's a lot of Algerian ivy. There's a lot of vinca and Himalayan blackberry. And
aha! French broom. What we want to do is get rid of this plant before these seeds dry out, because these seeds will last 80 years.
You don't really need any special skills or talents to do any of these volunteer activities. We have people who can train you to do anything.
Riparian habitat, the area around it.
We want to map the center of the infestation, the outside where we're at. So we want to do an offset to the inside of the infestation.
All you need to do is be willing to be outside and get a little dirty and get a little wet sometimes, and it's very enjoyable. The people who do these things are really, really nice and interesting people, and you'll make friends.
One of my main goals has always been to get that marvelous fish back into the stream where it belongs. This is the nearest thing to my heart, to see the steelhead make it home.